Hi, I'm Sabrina from Alice Cass Lingerie, and we're talking about self-love. Today we're going to be doing it through the lens of astrology, and we have Ines here, who's an astrologist. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, so my name is Ines. I have my own holistic healing practice based here in Montreal, where I work with Reiki, astrology, Ayurvedic healing, and flower essences therapy. So that's a little bit about me.
How did you actually get into astrology? Like, did you study it?
Yeah. So I've been studying for about 5 years now, and it honestly found me. Honestly, the first book that I got on astrology, I found on the street outside of my apartment. You know, Montreal, people just leave things on the street. It was called The Knot of Time, and that was my first introduction into it, and it just gave me a way of understanding myself and of understanding just the basic energies of which this world is made up of, and I just became totally obsessed with being able to see things in a more illumined, enlightened way.
So that kind of takes us into the way we're going to be looking at self-love this week. Yeah. So basically how you can use astrology to take care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so for me, self-care is very much about self-knowledge as well. And so the better that we know ourselves, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, the better that we can, deal with what comes up, and the better we know how to work with our limitations and strengths. And so that's what astrology gives us. It gives us a foundation upon which to understand ourselves and how we interact with the world.
Can you tell us a bit about what the process was?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, it's the consideration of what the general sign qualities are. Each sign is different in the way that it expresses itself. And also looking a little bit to, where some of our, weaker points or limitations are in each of the signs, because that's where we want to kind of delve into when we talk about self-care. We want to nurture those parts of ourselves that are maybe a little bit, more difficult or have a harder time expressing themselves. And so each sign has a strength and weakness, and I try to kind of pull at both, but also give kind of remedial measures to balance out what we're naturally less gifted in.
I think that as a woman, astrology is not something that's so far-fetched to me, I think, in terms of cycles and the moon affecting us, but I'm sure you get a lot of people who are kind of very skeptical. How do you sort of address that?
Yeah, it's true. I do have the occasional skeptic who actually will come in for an astrology reading, which is a fun challenge for me. But to me, astrology is not really a belief system. So it's not about whether you believe in it or not. It's about a narrative, a certain way of approaching the world and our relationship to the world. So very much founded in the idea that man is connected to, and women, are connected to the world around them, the solar system of which they are a part. And so it's a way of explaining, how, for example, Mars is not just a planet in the sky, which is connected to us via, energetic, frequency as the solar system moves and turns. It's connected to us because we have an internal Mars, which is our will, which is our, masculine projective force in the world. And so, to me, it's I don't really argue with skeptics. I allow them to create, whatever, they can prescribe to whatever belief system works best for them. But it's astrology to me it's science. It's very, it has clear foundations in reality if we look at reality through a more spiritual lens.
Mm-hmm. That's it for today. I had a lot of fun talking to Ines about astrology. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
And if you want to read more about it, she did readings based on each sign, so you can learn a bit more about how to self-care based on your astrological sign.
For sure. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.